They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And it seems like every time they throw it, it's first down time in Tennessee.
First down time, and then let's go again. Let's throw it again. These offenses are not afraid to throw the football. When you've got a trigger man you trust, let it rip.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless. Those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Feeling some heat. The sweet feet buy a little time. Open space at the 25. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Trying to cap this drive with a pass. What a snag by the defense. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum started.
Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Working that left side now. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he got loose, it was all over.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for space. It's Lewis. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Webb. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Great job by the offense, being patient, understanding when they're in zone coverage, I got to hit those tight windows, make those precise passes to get those big plays.
Movement here from the tight end. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
Leaves it with the back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Clemson 7, Tennessee 0.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Running behind that left side. They make the stop of this running game. Moves to change as they get the 1st down. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. He'll take it himself. Pirouettes through. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
Give to the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Got it looking for the 1st down. And after a nice gain, the runner just scoops out of bounds.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
strike complete. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Play number 9 on this drive. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's Dixon. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Great job by the safety. You see safeties back in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, understanding where he's throwing the football. Great break, great interception.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Gets it out quickly. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Lewis. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Looking to move it through the air. A strike downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. He'll come out throwing on first down. Gets it out fast.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Vols in the hurry-up. Running back searching for a hole. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Looking to throw. It's Iamaleava. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Looking to throw. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown ball.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Lining up for the PAT. Splits the uprights. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll ride his man on the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quick pass on the jet motion. All kinds of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball. And all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Volunteers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. They'll go to the ground. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's hard to stop great runs. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Going up top. And he's got it inside the 20. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
They're trying to get to it. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Got his man quickly. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll run it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson! They take the lead with the 6. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lewis. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. Fires into traffic, picked off. He was looking for running room, and they get him down at the 28, and now they are set up.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And on 2nd down for this offense. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. The give to the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
A little bit inside, a little bit outside. Nice job. Hey, keep them guessing, right? You run it up the middle to keep them honest. Now toss it on the perimeter. Make them set the edge on the outside with their defensive ends. They don't do a good job here. Nice positive game. Now let's go get 7.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Clemson 14, Tennessee 7.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. The option look. Now the pitch. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Utah is getting smoked. This is unexpected. This is alarming. And I've been on social and already seen a couple of recruits change their minds. They're trailing by 25 to UCLA. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physical.
He's loose. The 20. He's at the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zero.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They wasted no time on that drive, got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Clemson will send the punt team out.
On to kick it away.
Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Looking for a block, it's Matthews. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. They're setting up the screen. At the 45 on its way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play. And that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
It's reverse. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Got it looking for a first. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
4th down coming up.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Matthews. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Webb. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line.
And how about the defense? How big was that stop? Forcing the punt, getting it back to the offense, and all of a sudden, you feel the momentum now on their side.
Using the quick game. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. At the 20, he's got space. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Volunteers!
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for two? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And it's good, and we're tied in the fourth quarter. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Nice job by this defense. You go dime package. Why? Because you know the offense is going to throw the football. Great job matching up. More skilled players on more skilled players. More speed on the field to defend the pass.
He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at the 13. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This running back is a weapon, and not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for your offense to go out and win this ball game.
First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. The short hands. It's Webb. Across the 25. He's got room. Touchdown ball. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is smashing people. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays.